course, everybody has watched, seen, or at least heard about the confrontation between the two leaders in the White House. Definitely, you know what I'm referring to. The verbal confrontation between Zelensky and Trump in the White House, which has been, by the way, the talk of people, media, and political pundits over the past hours. In this short video, I'm going to try to share with you my personal assessment, analysis, insights into the heated discussion between the two leaders. And I want you to share your insights too, and throw me a comment and a like, and try to be unbiased when sharing your insights about what happened between the two leaders. And I'm going to try to be unbiased and fair and square, though I'm a big fan of Trump, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to side with Trump. I'm going to try to make my personal assessment sound more logical and practical. So that's why I'm going to try to be unbiased, and I'm going to try to be fair and square, and make a more logical assessment of what happened between the two leaders. And I want you to share your insights too, and when in sharing your insights, try to be unbiased, fair and square, and try not to side with either one. And without further ado, let me cut to the chase. Aside from the contentious views and disagreements over the war in Ukraine, both leaders have contentious views and disagreements over the war in Ukraine. They have different approaches. Donald Trump is more into ending the war, finding a resolution, a political settlement. Zelensky is more into making some gains on the ground before going into the negotiation table, and Trump is not into that anymore because he knows that the Russians can fight for years. And fighting for years, it means that America is going to spend more money, and he's not into spending more money on the war in Ukraine. So aside from the contentious views or disagreements over the war in Ukraine, I personally believe, and this is my perspective, you can share something totally different in the comments down below. The ball is in your court. The confrontation, there were some indications, some signals that something wrong would happen in the White House. And it all started when Zelensky, this stupid president, when he, emerged out of the presidential motorcade, and he showed up in military attire, and to be more precise, it was some sort of paramilitary suit. That moment, I felt like something wrong is going to happen.
President Trump, what's your message to Vladimir Putin, sir? President Trump, do you have a message for Vladimir Putin as you meet with President Zelensky today?
And it was clear from Trump's reaction when Zelensky approached him. Trump was kind of surprised. Zelensky showed up in that suit, military suit, and it seems that Zelensky has been told by Trump's administration to be ready for some sort of political settlement. And showing up in that suit is an indicator, a signal that nothing of what you're planning to do is going to happen. And that moment, I felt that Trump was not trying to compliment Zelensky by saying, "You are all dressed up today." He was saying that sarcastically. He was trying to make a dig at his clothes, make fun of Zelensky, to put it in simple words. And it all started at that moment. Now, when they went into the Oval Office in the White House, I think it was supposed to go smoothly, the meeting between the two leaders, but I personally believe this is another factor, this is another main reason behind that heated discussion. And I want you to figure out what I'm trying to say. Just watch and share with me if you read this scene just like me.
I have been to. Come once. I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military? And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
From my standpoint, what happened here was provocative, and Trump was indirectly provoked by the vice president, especially when the vice president used the word attack. You can see that on Trump's face. When the vice president used the word attack, when he was talking to Zelensky, you can see that Trump got furious and he was just trying to seize the chance to attack Zelensky, because before this part or before this scene, Trump was not aggressive and he was trying to be some sort of a diplomatic person, but Trump was provoked by that word. And you can just keep an eye on Trump's face when the vice president used the word attack when he was talking to Zelensky. You're coming into the United States to criticize, or you are not thankful to the administration, to the country that has been supporting you through this war. That moment, Trump was provoked, and I believe this moment or that word led into more heated discussions between the two leaders. Another part when this puppet was trying to cut off the vice president who was talking about some sort of diplomatic political settlement for the war in Ukraine, he interrupted the vice president by saying, "What kind of diplomacy are you talking about?" You know, this interruption added fuel to the fire.
One more question.
I will respond to this. So look, for 4 years in the United States of America, we had a president who stood up at press conferences and talked tough about Vladimir Putin, and then Putin invaded Ukraine and destroyed a significant chunk of the country. The path to peace and the path to prosperity is maybe engaging in diplomacy. We tried the pathway of Joe Biden of thumping our chest and pretending that the President of the United States' words mattered more than the President of the United States' actions. What makes America a good country is America engaging in diplomacy. That's what President Trump is doing.
Can I ask you?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So he occupied our parts, big parts of Ukraine, part of East and Crimea. So he occupied it on 2014. So during a lot of years, so I'm not speaking about just Biden, but those time was Obama, then President Obama, then President Trump, then President Biden, now President Trump, and God bless, now President Trump will stop him. But during 2014, nobody stopped him. He just occupied and took. He killed people. You know what the contact
2015.
2014.
2014 is
2014.
Yeah. So
I was not here.
Yeah, but
That's exactly right.
Yes, but during 2014 till 2022, the situation the same. The people have been dying on the contact line. Nobody stopped him. You know that we had conversations with him, a lot of conversation, my bilateral conversation, and we signed with him, me, like a new president. In 2019, I signed with him the deal. I signed with him, Macron and Merkel, we signed ceasefire. Ceasefire. All of them told me that he will never go. We signed with him with gas contract. Yes, but after that, he broke the ceasefire. He killed our people and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems.
Another crucial part, and it was crazy, it was silly of Zelensky to speak in that way in front of Donald Trump, who is widely known as an aggressive, confrontational person, when he just tried to make an implicit threat to the United States of America by saying, okay, now you don't feel it, but in years, you're going to feel it. That scene, oh man, the straw that broke the camel's back.
Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military?
We have problems.
And do you think that it's
I will
respectful
answer.
to come to the Oval Office
I
of
will
the United
answer.
States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You don't
God
know
bless.
that.
You will not
You
have
gotta-
a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because
I'm
you're in no
answering on this
position to
question.
dictate that.
That's exactly
Remember
what
this.
you're
I'm not
You're in
dictating.
no position to dictate what we're going to feel.
By this, I've come to the end of today's short video, ladies and gentlemen. If you like my insights and personal assessment and you are into more videos of such content, throw me a comment and a like. What are you waiting for? So your comments enable me to be aware of what you like, what you despise. So in days to come, I'm going to release more videos that are tailored to suit your needs. Ladies and gentlemen, if you believe otherwise, or if you have other possible scenarios, or what you need to do is to throw this video a comment. Try to share with me your insights. This is me saying to you, see ya.